This is Sammy, I'm Dieter, and together we are the power couple.
The power couple.
Sammy, are you more of a hunter or a gatherer, and why?
Good question. Am I really a hunter or a gatherer? I have to think about that because I've never really thought of it. But I think, I think I'm a hunter. Looking at my nature, I like to go for things, but I like to go for it when I need it. I believe in using what I have, not wasting things.
How, like you say, you're a hunter and you want to go for things.
Yeah.
How is that contributing to our common land family?
Well, if you know that, I'm from Africa, and we don't believe in wastage, to be honest. You go for only what you need. And I think that mentality has always been in my head. I just think Europe, let me put it this way, developed world, they are always thinking of the biggest and the baddest, and and from my point of view, it's not necessary. That's why we are in all this predicament of wastage, environmental pollution. But if you use what you have, manage it properly, you see that it just regenerates itself. And I think that's the same way I see it in common, and that's the idea that we are trying to portray. We're trying to let people see that wastage is really not good, but in most cases, this wastage already happened. That's why we go for what we go, land restoration.
It's your turn.
My turn.
Why?
If you could be any animal in the world, what animal would you be and why?
Good question. I have 3 animals. I have tattoos from them as well. I think the first one is an elephant. I think, first of all, an elephant is a matriarchal.
Matriarchal.
So it's driven by a feminine energy, an energy of care, not of destruction. I think an elephant is as well an animal that really can form its ecosystem, and it's really an important role. But on the other side, it's an animal that's so big, that's so gentle, that when you see how it cares, it takes care of the dying, so it is a historical, but as well how it takes care of its little ones, and how the market support you. You've been in Africa, you saw elephants, it's really around kind of the mother, the taking care. It leads its troop when it needs, but it steps in.
The matriarch always do that.
So when it needs to go in front, it will, but mostly it's in the back. Nobody sees it till it needs to be. So I love that of an elephant. And as well, it can walk. Besides you, and you don't hear it. It's like, oh shit, an elephant.
That's true.
So I think that's for me an elephant, that deep caring of the troop, and when it wants, it can destroy whatever it wants, but it doesn't do that.
The other thing is that elephants are very intelligent. They never forget.
Yeah, exactly. They never forget. So the other one is an orca, and why I love an orca, it's like sorry for the old words, but it's so intelligent and so creative and so adaptable to the environment it works in. So when you see an orca in South Africa, it knows how to kill great whites, but when you see somewhere else, it knows how to kill mantas. It hunts always in groups and in packs, and it's super innovative. And I think the most amazing thing of an orca is the ability to put himself in a vulnerable place to reach what he reaches. So when he breaches, he comes out of his comfort zone. It's a danger zone, but he does that because that reaches. I saw another one where a big orca learned how to go in these pools. So the water goes up, it enters the pools, it goes down, and it flashes the water, the seal comes out, eats it, and it moves out. So that's kind of innovative, humbleness, strength, togetherness is really powerful, and as well it hunts for others. And the last one is an eagle, a fish eagle mainly, because it's African landscape, and the ability that he's at peace. He sits on the twig and he sits there and nothing happens, and he looks, and at once it's
it's majestic.
And it has that eye, like that bird eye view, what Willem always talks about. It can go on the top and see what's happening, and then striking with it. What inspires you?
People and doing new things, getting involved, not just sitting down and making through my nose. Getting that what really motivates me is that we have something to do, and the team is very, very important for me. I just let's do it. Let's work. And you?
What inspires me? I think for me, the team week was an example. I really get inspired when you bring people together and they start really connecting. You see there is a relationship, but through that relationship there is a transforming of self, and through that there is a acceptance of their own role within the system, and as well an empowerment of their role in the change. That's really empowering. I did ice hockey and I trained kids. I got really inspired that you trained. You have 2 or 3 trainings in the week, and you train through certain activities or certain gameplays. And when you see them in the game and you see it coming out, and you're like, wow, I helped them to reach a little bit more of their own potential. That really inspires me.
That's actually true, because I helped train my son, my youngest son, with football. And what you just said is absolutely true, because when I'm helping them to train and to also to manage them in their competition games, you see that that's the moment you feel that this is a joy, that my kid is even listening to me. Sometimes at home it's like, do this, and we like, oh, I'm reading with my phone, but on the field it's a total different, and I say, yeah, you do this, and they are listening to you. And that's really good, and that also come back at the Monday of the team week. Those exercises we did are really fabulous. They are really great because, like you said, it make you see people differently. Because what you see always Senna coming with a bag and then behind computer doing all those fanciful communication stuff. Senna is not here, but and on the field it's different. You see Willem running around like crazy, and even John Liu, that I thought, wow, I've never seen him like that. He just coming, sleeping and sleep out, and this time around he was actually working with people. And said, wow, that's great. That's really nice about those kind of things. It's really let you see other part of people, not just the daily routine people, like machine, but you see them from different perspective, and it is good. It's good. What were you like in high school? Fonzie.
I think it's not a question I will answer.
You don't want to answer that question? You don't have to.
No, I think there was two things that happened in school. One was with the teacher. That was the first. And he was just an asshole. He would follow me home, and I would drive to a red light, but it was, this red light where you could see, he would give me punishment, and I wouldn't cycle straight home. So at one stage, I was always sitting in front, and other teachers knew sit Dieter in front and give him continued things to do so he keeps busy and he's quiet and he does not just do things. Because I would do exercise and after 5 minutes I'm finished and then they would give me more. So he set me in the back and all that came, and I will never forget that once he was talking and he was really Catholic, was a Catholic school, and said, yeah, and people who are not baptized, they are the devil and they go to hell and la 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 la. And I sit and I put up my hand and said, teacher, am I going to hell? Am I kind of a bad person? He said, no, you're not. You're just annoying and shut up. So yeah, teacher, but I think you're lying. And he's like, how you mean? I'm like, I'm not baptized at all. Oh man. I never, I saw the steam coming out of his ears. And of course, it's stupid for me to do that, but on the other side, come on. So that was one thing. And then when I was in high school in Delft, I will never forget, we had to write an essay about where do we see yourself and where you see your dreams and what that. And I wrote an essay that I would be working in Africa, I would have my own Land Rover, I would have my own NGO, I would do something amazing in Africa. So I gave it to him, we get the marks, and I got a 4 or a 4. And I'm asking him, how can you give me a 4? And he's like, yeah, Dieter, like, I asked to write an essay what is realistic about your future. And I'm like, what? So you think my dream is not realistic? I said, no, Dieter, you're never gonna achieve that. So sometimes I have to think back, like, so you like, I should come back and tell you about Living Lands and what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
But yeah, the total education system is so flawed.
Yeah.
You want to know this question?
Bring it on.
What is your best childhood memory?
Wow. Yeah. I think the best one is when we got together as a family, because my parents, we all got scattered somehow. They went to UK to study and then we joined later, but we came separately, and because my mom had to stay longer to study. But when my mom finally came back, and we all became family, and my dad built our first house, my parents built our first house.
That was in Nigeria.
And we all went to our room, have our room. That was really like, yeah, it's something big, it's a milestone, it's a big thing, because all the while I've been moving here and there. It was never stable, because I stayed with my parents, came back, stayed with my uncle, then moved somewhere else. And then all of a sudden we all just became one big family. And we have dogs and animals and things like that. And it was all different. That yes, I'm with my parents. That was really something for me. I never told people.
So that was you, your parents, and your brothers, sisters?
It was at that moment. It was my older brother, myself, and my youngest sister.
How many siblings do you have in total?
I have 7. I mean 6, including myself. Myself 7. But my youngest, one of my younger brother passed away almost 10 years ago in the States. So yeah. And but we're now 6, 3 boys and 3 girls. I'm the second.
Second oldest.
Yeah.
A lot of responsibility in African.
It's a big responsibility. You have no idea. I just came back from Africa, and but it's a good thing. It's a good. I see it a good way, because I think the bond between. Let me put it this way: my family, we have a very good bond, regardless of where you are. We constantly talk every day. It's as if we never leave ourselves. So, and before we do things, we just, it's like we deliberating about everything. Nobody take. We don't do things and without letting people know. I'm really happy. I mean, it's not. I'm not kidding about it but my family to me is really, yeah, it's really like a backbone for me because, yeah. Before with my dad and mom, I've always been there for all of us. You know, it's difficult to treat all your kids the same, but they do their best. And even when there is nothing, they still do it. Yeah, so I say, yeah, for me it's really a big thing. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.